Red?
I think that's red.
Is that red? I think so.
Yeah.
Hello.
Right, this is another Facebook Live from Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre. Here today with the Cornley Polytechnic Drama Society.
Yes.
They are currently presenting Murdered Haversham Manor.
Absolutely.
And we have Robert Grove, hello.
Hello there, Robert Grove, actor. Nice to meet you.
And we were due to have your director here as well, but he's running a little bit late, we think, at the moment.
Running late, stuck on the train, it couldn't be helped. But I'm here, don't worry.
Which is good. So tell us initially about the Cornley Polytechnic Drama Society, and obviously you've been a member for a while, I think.
Yes, several years now. A founding member, I like to think, given how many shows I've done with them. Just a normal Polytechnic Drama Society. We do 3 shows a year, some seasonal productions. It's fantastic, it really is.
And obviously you were lauded for your recent production of Cat.
Yes, and many others, of course.
Oh, well, yeah, your Aunt Sponge was apparently amazing.
Thank you so much, yes. In Cat, I played McCavity, who is a ginger cat. He's very tall and thin. He is a criminal cat that is, he kidnaps the leader of the cats, and they have to try and get him back.
But I think some of the reviews that did come in weren't quite so kind, because there was, I think, one description, more like the content of the kitty litter tray than the work of Andrew Lloyd Webber.
I mean, the trouble with reviews is, it's a mixed bag. I once had a review from a critic who, now what did she say? She said I was rambunctious.
That's a good word.
I like to think I am extremely rambunctious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we know what it means? No, not a clue.
What?
Rambunctious, do you know it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, we were hoping to talk to Chris about the direction of the piece. And,
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so,
I'm so sorry. What are you doing? At the interview.
What you can't be doing? It's my interview.
You were late.
Look, and I wasn't late. I was upstairs looking for a moustache, for goodness sake.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, leave, for heaven's
No,
sake.
it's my interview now. It's your fault you were late. Is it live?
it is like, yeah.
Light.
Oh,
You fool of yours.
hello. So sorry. I'm Chris Bean, the director of the Cornley Polytechnic Drama Society. So pleased to see you in there. Hello.
Chris,
I'm so sorry. How
Hi,
are you?
good to meet you.
Good to meet
Would
you.
you like to take a seat?
Yes. Why
yes,
just,
plenty of room.
well, why don't you just? Why don't you have a? I'll just squeeze in here. I'll squeeze in here. There we are. There we are. That's better, isn't it?
So, Chris, the Society, obviously you've worked very hard to get this production on.
Yes, extremely hard. Of course, we work hard to put all of our productions on, but we've been remarkably fortunate this time round. I think we've managed to find the budget and the cast and this extraordinary set we've had put together as well. Yes, it's been quite the labour of love.
And because touring as well, which is helpful, bringing your work to a much wider audience.
Yes, well, we often have trouble running for longer than 3 or 4 nights. I'm not really certain why that is, but we're finding that we can manage entire weeks in towns where we've not played before, which is remarkable. Yes, I'm not really sure what the cause of that is, but it's tremendously fortuitous, certainly.
And so we mentioned the set, and clearly there's a lot of work gone into that, and so there's a team behind the scenes as well who do their part.
Well, not so much as a team as a woman. Annie Twilloil, our technical stage manager, actually built most of this herself.
Yes, procured the props, made the costumes.
Yes.
She's a very talented young lady.
Yes, very talented young lady.
But I mean, you do a lot of the costume design, don't you? So.
Sorry. All of the costume design.
Sorry.
Yes.
You do all of the costumes.
Yes, my mother helps me with some of the sewing, but the design is mine entirely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Trevor. Annie. Trevor. We're doing a live interview. We're doing a live interview. No. Listen, we're doing a live interview, so if you could just...
Show me.
What, not yet, have we?
No.
This is in the schedule. You're supposed to have seen this. Just
All right.
All right,
Okay.
If we can, we can carry on.
About that.
so sorry. That was the aforementioned Annie Twilloil of backstage fame. Yes.
I mean, obviously we are on Facebook Live. I mean, they could be watching. I mean, if you haven't shared us yet, please, obviously, just click that little share button on Facebook.
Click the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Share and share alike. Of course. Trevor. You can't. We just told. Trevor, shut. All right, leave it. I'm so sorry,
No,
Jason.
I'm really
so
sorry. We can just sort of try and carry on.
From the door. We should have.
Trevor,
we should have slid under
the camera is behind your buttocks, man. For God's sake, get out of the way.
Sorry, man.
Just go, just... So sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, such a well-oiled machine, and everything obviously going as perfectly with the team that you have. Really.
Yes, absolutely.
Trevor, where are you?
Absolutely. No, as you say, a well-oiled machine. I've been described as that myself in the past. As I've Annie, for God's sake. Yes, a well-oiled machine. As you can see, everything with the production is going ahead smoothly. The various theatres we're playing at have been entirely suited to our needs, and yes, nothing's been a problem so far.
Absolutely. So, Trevor, could you leave the door?
Just the sound of it, Trevor. It's fine. The sound of it. Just leave the door. The door doesn't need to be closed or open. It's just. It doesn't matter whether the door is closed or open. Oh, for God's sake! Just
I don't
understand why you've
shut
had
the
to
door.
leave.
Close it. Just hold it closed. Just hold it closed.
I mean,
Please,
Robert. I mean, what roles have you really aspired to in your work? I mean, where would you like to see Cornley go next?
I see myself directing now. That's what I would like to.
A what?
Directing what?
Well, there's a piece that I'm penning at the moment.
Well, as you might remember, Robert, there was an election for the director of the Dramatic Society, and I won in recent months.
Well,
Which is,
yes,
of course, why
absolutely.
we're here in my production.
But I just felt as though I could soon turn my hand to directing.
Soon. What? What do you mean soon turn your hand to directing?
Well, I could turn my hand, and then I would be.
Oh, we're talking about
Director.
a coup, are we? Are we talking about a coup?
No, heavens no. No, I respect you too much for that, Christopher.
Good.
So we won't mention Godot.
What?
Godot.
What do you mean we won't mention Godot?
No.
That's not the title of the play. The play is called Waiting for Godot, not, of course, we won't mention Godot. For anybody out there who doesn't know the work of Samuel Beckett, his play is called Waiting for Godot.
Well, I was purely thinking of the sequel. You've read his work?
What?
Well, interestingly, Chris, I've actually been working on a sequel to Waiting for Godot, which focuses on Godot himself.
Oh, and what's it called? We won't mention Godot. Is it?
Just called Godot,
Just called Godot. No, good God.
like Madonna.
Well, that's very interesting, Robert.
Should we just touch on your philanthropy? Because obviously I know you
Yes. Trevor, what? Yes, my philanthropy. Yes, as you may know, I'm interested in a number of philanthropic causes. I do my best to support a charity in every town we visit, and there's an extraordinary kitten shelter in Wolverhampton that I donate as much money as I'm able to here. Of course, the donations come out of the proceeds that we make at the theatre, and the tickets are, of course, very cheap. So I'm not certain how many...
That's safe. Yeah.
I'm really sorry. Really sorry.
I'm so sorry about this. It doesn't usually happen.
Fallen off the wall before. I thought we fixed
Just
it.
get out of shot. Get out of shot and deal with it.
Toolbox?
Yeah, maybe. Thank you. Thanks. Cheers.
I'm so sorry about this.
But you're performing, obviously, at the Grand with this particularly fine piece of 1920s drama, A Murder Mystery.
Yes. Written in 1922 by Susie H.K. Brideswell, The Murder at Haversham Manor is a thrilling tale of betrayal, intrigue, and, dare I say it, some extraordinary sexual tension among the members of the cast. The characters.
Right, okay,
yes, of course.
yeah.
I'm sorry, yes. Yes.
And obviously it's bringing something like that to life through the creativity of your directorship role. I mean, that obviously takes real talent.
Well, you're very kind to say, and if I may say so, right. Yes.
Well, I mean, it also takes the talent of the players themselves.
Oh, well, yes, of course, but if you didn't have the appropriate direction, you'd simply be meat on stage pulling faces, wouldn't you? So, really, the direction is where the characterization is born, I would say. Which is not to say that Robert's not a very fine actor, His Augustus Gloop in in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was wonderful.
Sorry, Gary.
I hear.
We're just gonna
I
move
method
on.
acted that
Shall
by
I
eating
just
7
I just move these out of the way.
Need this
7.
in place for the show.
This is in
Keep
place.
going. Honestly, fire
No,
on.
it
Fire on.
What?
goes a bit more this way.
I'm confused.
I'm so
It's got to be on the mark, I
Yeah, it
suppose.
goes a bit
I'm so
more
sorry.
back.
We'll just.
Carry on then.
Gary,
So, no,
you
please
go.
don't stop asking
So,
questions.
yes, I mean, with... Oh, hang on, I'll just move back a little bit.
What now? Oh,
Yeah.
We're going to have to take it.
I'll
Sorry.
just put that down there.
We need to fix it.
Robert. Hi. Tell us. That's great. Tell us about the acting method you follow.
Well, I'm a Stanislavski man, of course. It's all about how the actor prepares, gets himself into the character, and it's a tried and tested method through the ages. I actually picked it up from Patrick Stewart.
Really?
Yes, I worked with Patrick several years ago.
You've never worked with Patrick Stewart?
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Patrick Stewart.
You've never worked with Patrick Stewart? With him and Ian McKellen?
No, from Hobbs Dry Cleaner. Patrick Stewart, who introduced me to the technique.
Yeah.
Which is to say, of course, that Robert has learned most of his acting techniques from a dry cleaner.
There's
Isn't
one
that right?
chair, there's 3 of us.
Look, Jason, why don't you have a seat? Why don't you
Okay.
have a seat? We'll
We'll
improvise.
I'll sit down here.
We'll just
Yeah.
just please don't stop asking your questions.
No, okay. Yeah. I mean,
Actually, you know what? I've got it.
Please, no, do keep
okay.
let us-
We'll ignore Trevor.
just keep asking your questions.
So, yes, as obviously we're talking about Robert's acting technique, and what do you use when you're preparing for a role?
Oh, when I'm preparing. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Trevor.
Is she?
Thank you, Trevor. Yes.
You could have had that.
When I'm preparing for a role, I subscribe to a very simple method wherein I read the words in the script and then I imagine what the thought processes are that might have helped that character say them in the order in which they're said.
There you go.
In the order in which they're said.
Yeah.
And
Just stand up a moment so we can see.
yeah, of course.
There we go.
So sorry.
So you in the order in the script.
So yes, it's
just
about
move-
really.
yeah.
Yes, if you could just put. In fact, why don't we just move
Yeah.
that out of the way
Yeah.
altogether? And I'll just put this down here and there. And
No, I'm stood up.
oh, do you want to? I'm so sorry.
I-
Why
I-
don't you sit down?
Okay,
Why don't you have a
I'll-
seat?
Yes, come join me.
You have a seat. And then
It's a
we'll just-
long way down. Yeah.
Of
So.
course, no, you can't see me. So
No.
I'll just.
No,
I'll
you
stand-
can. Well, you can.
I'll stand here.
Yeah, stand behind me.
How do you deal on this?
What? No, I'm not.
don't
No,
do that.
no, don't leave
I
it.
think I've broken it.
Why don't you sit on the floor, Robert, and I'll sit on the
What?
table.
What?
Just, well, no, why don't you just, or we'll just have
Just
a little.
sit.
I'll shift.
There we are. There we are. Now there we are.
Yeah. And
Are you all right down there, or would
I'm-
you rather be on the table?
I can see up your nose, but other than this.
Oh, well, then we should put you on the. Why don't you sit on the table and we'll.
Come here with me.
You just need one more.
No, Robert, you come down here with me,
Well, thank you.
Okay, I'll
and then
come.
we'll both pop on here.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll just pop it on here.
Well,
Why don't you?
I'll kneel.
You're kneeling.
There we go. Look, there we go.
There we are.
Yeah.
Now you can see us.
Okay. Yeah.
Now you can see us. There we are.
So with the set in the 1920s, I mean, how did you work on the accents and the timing for
Well, in the 1920s, what do you mean by timing?
Well, it's the whole feel.
Who's done that?
I don't know.
Gareth?
We've got ages till we start.
Gareth,
What?
stop turning the lights. Gareth, stop turning the lights on and off.
We've got ages.
Trevor, why didn't you let Gareth in? He's a student.
Oi! Got it!
Can we?
What are you doing?
Sorry, don't mind. He's an intern. It's
Stop mucking about with the lights, mate!
and we're still live, of course, Trevor.
Yeah,
We're still live. So
Chris, we've got a while till the show
Stop
starts.
it!
Yeah.
stop shouting at the man, for goodness sake.
Gareth.
All right, just clear out. There we are. Sorry, you were saying.
So you set yourself in the 1920s with this production. Now, obviously, was there extra research that you did to get everyone in the right frame of mind for the 20s
Yes.
weekend somewhere?
Yes, we did. In fact, we went on a murder mystery weekend as a company, which was extraordinary. Which was where we realised that Jonathan would make such a fine Charles Haversham. He was not a spoiler to say, killed during the murder mystery weekend. And as we went about the business of, I'm sorry, do you want to sit down?
No, it's fine.
As we went about the business of solving his murder,
I've got.
various.
John, you can have a cushion.
What are you directing this thing? Just sit on your cushion, man. We've
Okay.
made you comfortable.
Thank you.
Everybody's talents came to the fore in this murder mystery weekend, and the casting rather came from there.
Yes. Well, I enjoyed the dinner.
Yes. Well, as ever.
Yeah. Obviously, no food in this piece, though. Is there no on-stage eating? 'Cause that must be a nightmare for any actor on-stage eating.
Oh, very difficult.
Some nice scotch.
The scotch is...
Yeah.
Well, it's apple juice. No, it is apple juice you're drinking on stage, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
No, don't wink. Is it apple juice?
Yes, apple juice.
Good, it's apple juice. Yes,
Apple
we
juice.
drink apple juice.
Not fizzy. No.
No, apple juice. Just apple juice. Non-alcoholic, of course. Everybody's safe and professional on the stage. So.
Well, I'd say it's obviously a labour of love. This as well.
Yes, a labour of love is right. Shut the curtains, for God's sake, man! Oh my! What have you done, you? Annie? Annie, are you all right?
I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to check. Go in now.
This is the play that goes wrong is at Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre right the way through till Saturday, the 8th of April. 01902 429212 is the box office number. grandtheatre.co.uk is the website to get tickets. Sure. Just give me. Thanks for joining us for the Facebook Live. millbarpodcast.com for interviews, and we'll have more from the Grand Theatre very soon. Thanks for joining us.
I think I'm going to stop it there.
Can you stop it?